For a child with primary immune deficiency, being able to play outside is not something that could be taken for granted. For a young woman with immune thrombocytopenic purpura, life can sometimes feel like a roller coaster. For an older adult with alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, taking a deep breath can be a challenge. At Baxter Biotherapeutics, we believe in giving our patients more ordinary days so they can spend time on the things that make life extraordinary.
Drew was sick on and off from 1-year-old all the way up to about 2.5. He was just going from the couch to the bedroom to the couch, and he had no energy. Well, when Drew started getting his Gamma Guard, it was like night and day. The first day he came home, he was just full of energy. He'd jump up on a box in his room and he'd like, "Look, Daddy, I'm up on the box." And for him, that was great.
I think that I am incredibly lucky. I was able to overcome what could have been a life-threatening illness that doctors had a difficult time diagnosing, and being able to come here and sit here today and say I'm not sick is a beautiful thing.
Being on Gamma Guard for our family has been the return of hope. We suddenly had a little girl who didn't sleep for 18 hours at a time. She slept for a normal 10 hours, and she could breathe better, and her color was just normal, and you could see it. I mean, you could see she was better right away.
So the Guardian program is incredibly helpful for people who may have issues with insurance, who may be switching jobs, who may be in a medical facility where they have difficult time reaching the product.
I don't have to worry about my hospital saying, "Oh, we don't carry that," because I know that it's already guaranteed for us.
I had broken out in a very, very bad rash all over my body, which now looking back was definitely the petechia rash that comes with having ITP. But I had gone to a local doctor. He sent me over to the hospital to have my platelet counts checked, and they came back being around 38,000. I actually went to go get a second opinion from a hematologist in Chapel Hill. So she decided to put me on Winrow because I had encouraged her, how about Winrow? Can I try that, you know, rather than doing prednisone and platelet transfusions? And it was such a miracle drug. I cannot reiterate that. It went from 38,000 up to 190,000 in 2 days. And I not only got a boost in my platelet count, I got a boost in energy. My experience with Baxter has been nothing but positive. They've been very, very helpful, very hands-on, very supportive. Anything you need, they're there to help you.
Since I've been on Airlast, it has stabilized my disease, I believe, more than before. And once I went on to Airlast, I didn't seem to decline after that point.
I went to see my primary care physician. He wanted to give me a test for alpha-1, which I had never heard of. And in fact, it was coincidence that the Baxter representative happened to be in his office that day encouraging him to give the test to people. Upon my diagnosis, my doctor gave me a pamphlet that had several brochures in it. One was for the Airlast Atmosphere program, and he suggested that I get in touch with them. They would help me, and the people from the Atmosphere program were extremely helpful in helping me to get approval through my insurance company.
What's extraordinary about our lives is that we have a normal kid. He runs, jumps, gets scrapes, rides his bike. He's not afraid.
Being able to travel, having the job that I have, being self-employed, I have a lot of freedom.
We laugh and play and run and explore, and we're missing part of our immune system, and nobody would look at my children and know it.
At Baxter Biotherapeutics, developing world-class therapies for people with rare conditions is only the starting point of our commitment. By listening to patients, caregivers, and healthcare providers, we've created innovative programs as well as partnered with national advocacy groups to increase awareness. We believe in giving people with rare conditions more ordinary days so they can spend time on the things that make life extraordinary. Baxter Biotherapeutics. We're with you all the way.